Okay, I just stopped at the top of the hill here from the roundabout. I'm just going to, I got my hazard lights on. Just going to walk down here and, well, first of all I think I'll walk down here and show you the acacias. They're sort of coming out, they haven't quite reached their peak, but basically when the profolias reach their peak, things like these reach their peak. There's a few plants in my garden that start producing red berries, and when they're at their peak, everything sort of converges and they're all at their peak, and that tells you the best days to go out and photograph profolia. What you're aiming to do is to go out there and photograph them before the first of the really heavy rains come and wash the dew off the plants. Because once the dew gets washed off the plants, they never quite look the same, and you just can't match the look they get when they first come out, sort of thing. But this will absolutely smeg out in a full bouquet. But I like this one in particular because it has a nice cherry essence to it, and it reminds me of the day I got my first plants from Phil Mann over in Western Australia. So whenever I smell this, it reminds me of those two capensises, the two Venus flytraps, the cephalotus, and I think that was about it. So yeah, I think that was about it. I think I photographed a pot of Pinguicula. I think it was Lutea, but I don't think he gave those to me. And of course then I went back a month later, and in that intervening time he'd gone down to Albany, and he'd come back with a license, of course, because he used to work for the Botanic Gardens then. See what I mean? Now this one over the other side of the road, that will basically do the same. So it will like smeg out and all these sort of things. As I said, we're basically 1 week mathematically away from when we should be going out, and the plants seem to be in time. But as I said, we've had the warmest, I think that's what they're calling it, the warmest May. Well, we only just got halfway through the May, and they're still already calling it the warmest May in at least 70 years. And by the time we get to the end of May, it might be the warmest May either for 100 years or maybe on record. I don't know, but I'm sure they're already crunching the numbers back at the Bureau of Meteorology. But yes. Anyway, I think that's about it for this. So this is the, as you can see, and they drop their blossoms on the ground there. Yeah, flowers in the dirt, blossoms in the dust, sort of thing. But yeah, and there's that lovely Monterey pine, or Pinus radiata. One of the key features of my neighbourhood, and it'll be a very sad day indeed if they ever have to cut it down. But nothing actually lives forever. At least no tree lives forever. So yeah. Anyway, that's about it. I'm just going to walk back to the car and go home and have a coffee, I think, and get down to some more jar mania, or jarhead mania, Jara mania. Yeah, maybe that. I think that sounds better, Jara mania, rather than jarhead mania. And maybe you want me to fly through, smeg up the lens for you. Okay, enough fun and games. Okay, so hopefully towards the end of the week, and of course they also stick to your clothes or things. So, oh, that was the other thing. The giant eucalypt leaves. If I find one up there, hanging off one of the eucalypt trees up there. I'll film it. How about that? As you can see, and this sort of builds up, and then eventually they go brown, sort of thing, and look a bit dowdy, look a bit daggy, sort of thing. So, wood pile. Nice smell. Yep, a sprayed stump. I live in one of the best, if not the best, suburb in Adelaide. It's a fine, mainly because I say it's a fine blend of urban and rural places. You can still just park your car and go bush, reinvigorate the soul. In the year of magnum-opus, you definitely probably will have to do that. Oh, here we go. This is the one I wanted to show you. Now, this one, look at the. I don't know if you can see that, but if I could reach that one. I mean, look at that. I mean, hang on. Can you see that? See the size of my hand? It's basically twice my hand in length, sort of thing. And yeah, they can get a little bit longer. As I said a few years ago, in the right year, you can get even longer. But would make lovely bookmarks if you could actually, you know, press them as a herbarium specimen and dry them out, so they retain the colour. But unfortunately, they don't. Unfortunately, when they do dry out, well, that's a narrow one, but it's got somewhat of the length. They go to this sort of browny colour, and you know, no, that's not the souvenir I want. I want to send it to you in that sort of. Oh, look at some of the big ones up there. Amazing. Anyway, I have said in previous years, I have seen a little bit longer. I did save one. I did save the big one from a few years ago when I saw them, but it's brown now, unfortunately. So it's lost all its charm and appeal. Otherwise, I would have made a souvenir of it and sent it to Gideon as a thank you present for discovering the second fastest sundew on the planet, in the world. Okay, that's it. Oh well, just capture the bus coming up the road, I suppose, and then we'll be gone. Good way to end the clip, I reckon. Oh, and a little buggy. Okay, young. Oh well, there you go, bonus for the day. Over and out.